Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Charles Sabanson, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We'll cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we'll give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And Laker fans, we got some serious news for y'all. But before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. So, as you guys know, I'm one of those Laker fans that are currently in recess. I'm waiting to return to the team, and if everything goes well, this could be the last year that I have to hold out. And then I can become a Laker fan again, because ever since LeBron got there in 2016-17, I just couldn't do it. I refused to do it, right? And a lot of Laker fans feel the same way. So early this summer, we got the news that the Lakers did not offer LeBron James an extension. People started celebrating. It was almost like as if people were throwing a parade in the streets of LA, like as if they won a championship. Laker fans were they were just so joyful about it, right? Then the team sold the team. And then we found out that they didn't make LeBron aware of this, but they did make Luka aware of it. Then we also found out that the Lakers were having private meetings with Luka Doncic about the direction of the franchise moving into the future, in which case LeBron wasn't a part of that. Then they started doing their usual passive-aggressive stuff, posting reports. Dave McMenamin reported through, I think, Rich Paul, his agent, that 4 teams were interested in the Dallas Mavericks. So it's like LeBron said, okay, you know what? I'm going to go out here and just make an absolute mess. And my last year is just going to be absolutely chaotic. And I was one of the people that said, this guy may not leave quietly. He may not leave quietly. He may try to make a mess of it. And then just before you know it, he posted an image of himself working out at the Clippers facility, as if that wasn't bad enough. He then went and posted it on his Instagram account with the Clippers logo right behind him, knowing that that was absolutely disrespectful to the Laker fans, because the Clippers and Laker fans don't get along with one another, right? So yesterday, I was going through the internet here and I came across a report that had the following headline saying this. It says the Lakers have no clue when LeBron plans to retire. And the article went even further, because apparently these comments that we're going to get into momentarily were being reported by Brian Windhorst. Before we even get into what Brian had to say, today's video is brought to you by a sponsor, Game Time. One of the things I love the most is making unforgettable memories with family and friends. And one of the things I hate the most is overpaying for tickets only to find out that there was a better deal out there. That's one of the reasons I started using Game Time. Game Time is the easy go-to app for last-minute tickets to sports, concert, and theater events across 60+ states in the US and Canada. Game Time saves me time, money, and stress by curating only the best deals, so I'm not wasting a whole bunch of time scrolling through overpriced tickets. Game Time Picks is my favorite tool. It highlights the best value seats instantly. No more guesswork, no more wasting time. For example, I'm really looking forward to watching some of these NBA Summer League games. Here's what I like to do. I choose between the cheapest deal, the great deal, or the amazing deal. Once you select the ticket you want, you can use their panoramic seat view to ensure you know exactly what you're getting before you buy. So take the guesswork out of buying tickets with Game Time. Download the app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Again, create an account and use redeem code CLNS for $20 off. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. All right, so let's get into what Brian had to say. He said he's going year to year. Could this be his last year? Yes. Will it be his last year? I don't know. Does he know right now? Maybe. My interpretation is that it has not been established. He will see where he is at the end of the year. Laker fans, we need to huddle up. We need to huddle up. What does all of this mean? This means that we are getting ready for yet another year of being on the LeBron James roller coaster of uncertainty, media speculation. Is LeBron going? Is he staying? Did he have breakfast? Did he have lunch? Is he doing all right? Can he find his car keys? How is he feeling today? This is what we're getting ready to go into. And as the season progresses, one of the storylines are going to be, if he doesn't make an announcement before the beginning of the season that he's going to be retiring, is where does LeBron James go next year? Where does he go next year? What happens if the team doesn't do well? and they're not playing well after, let's say, the first 30 games, is he going to check out? Is he going to still be giving maximum effort? Is he going to be focusing on stats? What's going to happen? This is going to be the story for this upcoming season. And what I'm saying is that all Laker Nation need to do is endure it for one last year. It's going to be another roller coaster year, and very little of it is going to have to do with anything serious. Now, Luka made some very interesting comments, and I want to show you guys a distinction between Luka and LeBron. Luka believes that the Lakers have enough to compete. Isn't that interesting? Isn't that refreshing? When you have a superstar that feels like, hey, man, you know what? I'm good enough to make this thing happen. I feel like we got the requisite pieces here to make this thing work. Versus having another superstar who can never really make it a definitive thing and say, well, I think we're going to be great and all that. Because he knows if I say this and I don't do it, I have no out. I have no out. You're going to notice a stark difference between LeBron fans this season and Luka fans and Laker fans. Laker fans are always going to be hopeful that it can be all right. LeBron fan, oh, he never has enough. He never has enough. So this year is the last year the fan base has to endure the circus. Now, if we go back to what Brian Wentworth says, he's going to see where things go after this season. Well, folks, this is interesting. LeBron currently is on his last year of a maximum contract. Okay, let's get to the nitty-gritty here in the dollars. He wasn't going to go to Dallas for a minimum contract. He wasn't going to do that. He simply was not going to do that. Which means what? If LeBron were to leave, it would mean that he would have to go to another team that would be willing to pay him a max contract. Now, what team in their right scruples would pay a 41-year-old a maximum contract? Who is the fool that will step up? Who? The only team I think that would probably go out of their way to get LeBron should be the Cavaliers, because that's where he's from. That's where he started his career. That's where he should finish his career. But currently the Cavs, I think, in the second apron, if I'm not mistaken. And when you're in the second apron, you can't sign more max players. So this thing of we'll wait and see. At that point, if LeBron hasn't made a decision to retire by the end of the season, then it's no longer Laker Nation's issue anymore. Then now we're going to wonder what's going to be the next team and how long is he going to be with that next team. But you better believe if there's no announcement made between now and the start of the season or at some point early in the season, it's a ribbity wrap. It's just going to be another circus. It's going to be another circus. And we're all going to be here for the ride. Because I talk about this is what I do for a living. We talk about sports. So we're going to be here for the ride. So Laker fans, prepare yourselves. It's going to be one of them ones. You guys let me know what you think about what I had to say in the comment section. We'll catch you guys on the next show. Peace.